Hey strangers!
Hello. I am here to play a game.
Today we are going to be talking about horror movies, and I'm going to rate some as well. I have seen quite a few good ones, and I thought today would be a really great day to do a little video having a look.
Let the games begin.
Taking a look at some of these great movies and talking about them, and then maybe rating them at the end as well. And I would love to know exactly what you thought of these as well. So if you're interested to see what movies we're going to be talking about today, then please keep watching.
Strangers, welcome to Star Ravens Gothic Eternity.
Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk a little bit about this movie and what happens in the movie, just a little bit to give you a bit of a taster of what exactly it's about.
Heretic.
So, Heretic is a movie which is a very cat and mouse movie, where two young missionaries go and talk to this man in his house about religion. And I thought that I wouldn't like this movie at all because it has Hugh Grant in it. Yes, Hugh Grant, you heard me. And you normally only see him in like love movies and things like that, and I've heard about these movies. So I was very curious to find out what this was about. You can go and watch it over on Prime, amazing. But I was just absolutely gripped through this movie, and I thought it was so good and so twisted as well. There is some really intense scenes where you find yourself like on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next. And yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and also Billy, he enjoyed it as well.
Which door to go through based on your faith.
What does this have to do with us leaving?
But this movie is thrown towards faith a lot and religion, and I love the way that they are made to choose different like decisions through their faith. And yeah, you can see the whole confliction of how, you know, the characters are trying to think about the best option. Don't want to ruin it for you if you've not seen it before. So this movie got released on the 1st of November 2024, and yeah, it's only something I've recently watched, but I thought I'd share my thoughts with you guys about, you know, what I thought this movie was like. And I am definitely going to rate this high because I thoroughly enjoyed it. These kind of movies that you have to think, like it's always got you thinking like what might happen or what's the story about. It had that all the way through this, so I'm going to rate this an 8 out of 10 for sure. I would love to know what you thought of this movie, if you have seen it or haven't you seen it yet. So yeah, please let's have a chat about that, and I would love to know your rating for this movie. And yeah, Billy, what's your rating?
I will not do ratings. I want to play a game.
Okay. And also about this movie, I must say that Hugh Grant plays an awesome psycho guy. And it's something I'd never thought I'd say.
My wife is home, does that count?
Great.
That I actually enjoyed a movie with Hugh Grant in, but I really did. Okay, the next movie we're going to talk about is Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Yes, wasn't that a good movie? Okay, I have just recently watched Nosferatu and I found it so much better than I thought it was going to be. My goodness. Okay, let me tell you a bit about the story in case you don't know the story of Nosferatu. So it starts with Thomas Hutler traveling to, I think that's how you pronounce it, traveling to Transylvania to go and get
You've had these spells since childhood.
To go and get Count Orlok from his apparent castle he lives in to move him somewhere else. And yeah, it's his job to go and collect him to bring him and show him a new home. Oh, that's what he thinks anyway. while all this stuff's happening, his wife is having very peculiar dreams. And some of the dreams don't sound very scary, if you know what I mean. But yeah, the movie then goes on, and then I'm not gonna tell you much more because I want you guys to enjoy it. Must go watch it, it's so good. At the end of the movie, for me, I was clapping because I enjoyed it that much. I'm not joking. After watching all the old originals, which I really love, they're a bit cheesy, they're a bit weird, but I really love them. So I was just, you put yourself and you're like, this movie's gonna be crud. And I really enjoyed it. And it was, some parts of it I did feel a little drawn out, but it was all worth it for that end scene. I was just, the end was perfect, and there's no way I could have asked for a better ending than evil. I must say, and again, I was very shocked to see a vampire with a moustache. That's something I wasn't expecting to see this year, but hey ho, there we go. Bill Skarsgård did so well though as the part of the vampire, and again, I was very impressed with how low he got his voice, because that was extremely low. And yeah, I just loved the characters they picked and the way they decided how to film it. The filming and the scenery were just absolutely stunning, and absolutely beautiful scenes and shots, and I was just in love with the whole movie. So it was just like a dream that I couldn't have thought this up at a better time. It was perfect. So my ratings for this, I'm going to give it 9 spiders out of 10, because I really loved it. I think it's going to be a classic for sure, and a film that's going to be around and people are going to talk about for years. So I loved it. I thought it was so good. And if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it. It's just, I know it's quite long because it's over 2 hours, but it is so good.
Long legs.
Okay, the next movie we're going to talk about is Long Legs. Long Legs, yes. This one's taken me a little while to watch. I have tried to watch it twice. The first time I fell instantly asleep because the beginning part of it I felt was quite slow. But I did manage to keep myself awake for the second time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it actually. I think that Nicolas Cage, as his lady character, or man dressed as lady, I'm not sure, played his part amazingly. The movie starts with an FBI agent
Long legs.
called Lee Harker, and she's investigating some murders. And I love anything to do with like murder cases and like cop things. I find it really interesting.
Be nice with me.
Like, I'm really into Dexter and things like that, so I've watched like all the Dexters, and I love like the whole crime scenes, and like in Hannibal the series as well. I love how you get to see how like things are sorted out, but this you get to see like a different way from the FBI. The story has a complete twist at the end, and it's not what you think it is at all. So she's searching for, obviously, the serial killer. And yeah, I'm not going to tell you the ending because it'll ruin it, because it's such a good twist. It is a good twist. And something that I just love in movies is a good twist, especially towards the end, so you don't even know it's coming. And I definitely did not see this coming at all. I was just like, you what? How did I miss this? Normally I'm very good at picking up what's going to come next in a movie, but there's no way I could have even guessed the ending of this while I was watching it. So I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. Again, very good characters, very good story. The filming again was so pretty and so like, it made you feel very drawn in to what you were watching. So I love this movie. This you can go over and watch on Prime as well. Put the gun down! So I'm gonna rate this now. I just think that I was just impressed with it. I'm glad I went and watched it a second time and stayed awake. Just remember, it does get better, because it does feel like it's a little drawn out right at the beginning, but it's telling you a story and it takes a little while to understand the story. I'm actually going to mark this 7.5 spiders out of 10, just because I did find it slightly drawn out at the beginning, but apart from that, it was just insanely good.
The Substance.
The Substance. And this movie has got Debbie Moore in it. Oh my goodness. And she looks pretty good for her age. And I was like so impressed with this movie again. So let's talk about it a little bit. Okay. So The Substance starts off with a lady who's getting slightly older, and she's a professional like workout TV star.
For something new, it's inevitable.
But then she notices it's her 50th birthday, and she starts to panic because she overhears her boss talking about that she's too old to be a star anymore. So what happens is she sees this doctor after an accident, and then she has been told about some special thing that can happen to her, so she has a double life. But it's not a double life how you think. And this movie, and so I'm going to tell you about it because it is, this movie has everything. It has a twist. It has a creepiness about it. It could be realistic. This is I think the creepiest part about it. Would you do this yourself? And yeah, it has you thinking like nearly all the way through. If I had the opportunity to do this as I got older, would I? And I think that's what keeps you like really drawn into this, because you want to find out what could be the bad thing that happens. Anyway, this movie has got everything for me. It has got the gore. It has got the blood in this movie. There must be gallons of it used. I can't. Oh my goodness. Okay, have you seen the Terrifier music video?
I'm fine.
By Ice Nine Kills. If you haven't, go check that out. It is gruesome. This is as gruesome as that within Bloodshed. I'm not kidding you. You won't, if you love blood and you love that gory stuff, then yes, this is a movie for you. It has got a monster. It has got blood. It has got everything. It's got, the scares, the chills, the frantic. Your brain is frantic, wondering what could happen at any moment. So I definitely love this movie. I have watched it 3 times already. I love it that much. I have watched the making. I love watching the makings of every horror movie. And I am thinking about doing like watching the making of horror movies with me kind of thing, because that's something I really love from all horror. And people get really freaked out of horror, but I'm in love with the makeup and the scenery, and when it's the gore, I can imagine how much work. See, I've worked on sets with gore before, and blood and guts, and it fascinates me how everything gets put together. Everything has to be made. Everything has to be created for that look. Sit down, have a look at some like how things are done videos, because The Substance has got an amazing video showing you how the monster is created and the scenes of the blood, and it's so good. Okay, sorry, we're getting like about gore. I know, isn't that right, Billy? You love the gore as well, don't you?
Oh yes, there will be blood.
Yes, he does. So I rate this movie a good 9 spiders out of 10. There was maybe a little bit too much blood at one point. I was a bit like, no way there would be that much blood. But that was 2 people's worth of blood, I suppose. So maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm still a bit like, whoa, that was maybe just a little bit overkill in blood. But I still love it, obviously.
Night bitch.
Okay, this movie it's more classed as a comedy, but to me it really wasn't.
I am an animal.
So this movie is all about a woman that puts aside her career to become a full-time mum. And this to me was very, because I'm a mother myself, I totally got this movie. It actually made me cry because the emotions, and it goes through the emotions and how you feel being trapped at home as a parent, looking after children and doing the same routines day in and day out with them. It did have a few comedy moments in it, but to me it was just maybe an eye-opener to the males of what we have to go through as a mother. And it was quite a powerful movie, I think.
You're an artist, right?
Well, I used to be.
Enchanted. I think it's called Enchanted. And she sings all the way through it. Don't know if you know that movie. I watched it with my kids before. It's quite funny. But it has that lady in it, and she has aged a little bit, so it really fits into the right place. So it really fits in good with this movie, and you can see the pain that she goes through as a woman at home with her child, and the feelings you have of protection, and the whole beast inside of you while you are a mother on your own. So this movie has got a really weird ending as well. So go and watch that movie if you're interested. I must admit it was, to me, it was more of a mind, it's more of someone telling their story than an actual comedy movie, like it's kind of classes itself as. To me, I wouldn't call it comedy. It's more of a modern day take of, it's not even horror, I'd say, but it says it's a horror, so I watched it anyway. And let me know if you've watched that. It is very interesting, but make sure you have a box of tissues with you as well, because you probably will need them. So I rate this movie just out of the whole feels of motherhood. I probably rate this a 6 out of 10 spiders. Okay, well, I've got you guys here and we're talking about horror, which I absolutely love. I could watch it 24/7. Let's talk about some of the movies that are to come. So first of all, we have got The Monkey. Of course, we've watched the trailer for that already, so I'm really looking forward to that. I have heard though that it might not be as good as we thought it might be, so that worries me slightly. Also this week we have had the Final Destination Blood Ties, is it? I think it's Blood Ties or Bloodline, and it looks a bit cheesy, to be honest. There's been lots and lots of talk about it on the internet that everyone thinks it might be the worst ever Final Destination movie ever. So I'm a little worried for that, sadly. And I do really like the scene though, where he's hanging by his nose piercing. And it's very exciting to see them do a new movie. So I will be watching it whether people say it's rubbish or not. To me, it just feels like it's going to be another cheesy Final Destination movie, which you can't go wrong with cheese ever. Valentine's Day is coming. Of course, we have got Heart Eyes that is coming out, which actually looks pretty funny and good and cheesy all at the same time. I love when they combine cheesy and horror and funny together. It just makes a classic cheese for me, and I love horror cheese. And of course, we've got 28 Years Later as well, which I am so excited about. And also, we're still waiting for another Saw movie, aren't we? Aren't we, Billy? So we are waiting for another Saw movie as well, which is meant to be out, I think, this year at some point. So we are looking forward to that. Thank you so much for coming by and watching my little horror talk about horror movies and what movies that we've been watching. And yeah, we will see you next time when we talk about horror movies. Maybe, if I don't have to play a game first. Have a very fabulous day, and please don't forget, be weird, be yourself, and be different, because otherwise you're just completely boring. And we'll see you later. Have a lovely day, everyone. Goodbye.
Gothic eternity. Gothic eternity. Gothic eternity. Gothic eternity. Strong ravens. Gothic eternity.
The next movie I want to talk about is called The Substance. The Substance. Oh my god.
Game over.